I'm King, and today I want to talk about fouseyTUBE, and I know everybody's talking about fouseyTUBE because he's doing so much. He's everywhere doing everything. I could have made 3, 4, 5, 6 videos on him if I wanted to and individually broke down each and everything he's done so far. And I'm sure by the time I actually put this video up, he'll have done something completely different and new, and I'll have to do another video because that's the kind of guy fouseyTUBE is. This video is going to talk about his whole Hate Dies, Love Arrives event that he hosted, which just like TanaCon failed miserably with no hope of ever being good. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into...
He called us Twitch thoughts.
What kind of guy do you think I am, huh?
You hold this L for that bum ass.
Stupid.
You think a rapper ain't even doing it like Lil Tank? Can we copyright him right now?
Hate Dies, Love Arrives. It's the name of fouseyTUBE's event that he held, and he planned over the course of 1 week and thought would be a great idea for over 5,000 people to attend. I'm not sure if he didn't pay attention to Tana, who planned hers for I think a month or two before she did hers and failed miserably. You'd think he would say, maybe I shouldn't do the exact same thing she did, but he decided it was better to just do what she did, even worse somehow. So he took his down to 1 week of planning, and he actually promised a lot of things that he definitely cannot deliver. One of the biggest problems everybody had with the entire thing was that it was planned and built around the presence of Drake.
Hey Drake, OVO! Yo, I'm trying to look like you, dog. Is it working? Nah, I'm not, but some girls do call me Champagne Poppy. Anyways, Drake, I'm trying to find you because I want to invite you to my July 15th show tomorrow. I need your energy, Drake. This is energy. Energy. Got a lot of energy. Get back in the car. Whoa. Get back in the car. Okay, sorry.
Fousey told everyone, and he even put it on posters, tweets, everything, that Drake was going to perform at this event. Guaranteed, because he had met Drake and he had talked to Drake personally, and Drake promised him that he would come through and show love for this event that was supposed to promote love, positivity, and change in the world. And for you optimists who think that anything is possible in this world, I'll let you take a guess at what we actually got.
Lil Poppy,
Let's
give it to him, Sean.
run that shit.
Hey,
Hey, yeah, like a big, all these bitches on my dick. Wanna fuck me and they dick, and you know with this shit. Say you know about to hit, cause I'm too legit to quit.
hey, Lil Poppy.
That's right, instead of Champagne Poppy, we end up getting some guy named Lit Poppy who's still dabbing, unironically in 2018. I'll tell you this, I don't want to listen to anyone who still thinks it's cool to dab at any event. And it doesn't help that the song was also very, very awful. I don't know if it was written by like a 14-year-old or maybe it's a dedication to his nephews or son or something, but that song sounds like it was actually written by a 14-year-old. I think the lyrics go lit like a bitch. Got these bitches on my dick cause I'm too legit to quit. And then he dabs and does some type of weird dance that I guess he wants to catch on, but no, it's not going to catch on. No one's going to be dabbing with you, and no, we're not going to repeat the chorus with you when you rap. And unfortunately for Fousey fans, the event only got worse. It was like a domino effect of bad things after bad things after bad. I don't think anything positive or happy happened at all throughout this entire thing. You can tell an event is going bad when the DJ himself is trying to hype the crowd up and get them to pay more attention to what's going on.
What would you guys do if Drake just walked in right now? Would you just be sitting there like that? You better scream for that man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And you can see that even during the event, they were hyping up the fact that Drake would be there, trying to get everyone to get more into the event. Because according to Fousey, once they got to 2 million people watching their stream of the event live, Drake would then show up and perform, which is kind of a weird contract or agreement. Like, hey, I'll only show up if you get 2 million people. I'm just going to chill around the area and wait this out. And if it hits 2 million, then I'll come on stage. If not, I'm leaving.
Drake, don't give up on us, bruh. It'll be open very soon. The 2 million viewers will be here. And I promise you tonight, Hate Dies, Love Arrives. July 15th, the day the world changes. I love y'all.
And realistically, there was never any chance of a stream getting 2 million people to watch it live at the same time. So I think Fousey even knew that this whole thing was a bit of a reach, and I'm surprised that he even decided to plan and promote the entire thing based solely off of someone he knew would never show up. So if you thought YouTube clickbait was bad, then welcome to real life clickbait, where you actually lose money and time for someone else's lies. And it sounds weird to say, but fortunately for fouseyTUBE, the event got bomb threat called in that stopped the whole thing, so he didn't have to really deliver on many of those promises he made to begin with. And after such a shitty event, you think that Fousey would go into hiding and kind of be quiet and just stay out of the way of the light. But no, he continued to do even more antics and get in even more trouble. The name of the event was Hate Dies, Love Arrives. So you would think that the creator himself, fouseyTUBE / Yusuf, would actually play his role as the Hate Dies, Love Arrives captain and actually set the example for that message. But this whole week, he's been doing the exact opposite. For starters, on the day of the event, he debuted this diss track for Rice Gum, which is, by the way, horrible.
One ghost writer, one ghost Fortnite player, one ghost thinker, one ghost Twitter poster. Added up, that's a Rice Gum, stole everything in his life.
I don't know if I've ever considered a diss track to be something positive. If someone said I made a diss track about you, the last thing I'm going to say is thank you. I'm not going to say I appreciate the love, brother. Drop more diss tracks on me. I don't know if he doesn't understand the meaning of diss track or if he thinks that verbally attacking someone is a positive and great experience for them, but that's not hate dying and love arrives. It's the exact opposite. I don't think I had to explain that any further. To go along with that, was this whole thing with Sam Pepper.
Would you not want to just have your say and everyone in the world know, yes, fouseyTUBE?
Because I'm a real man and I don't need yes men on the internet to tell me who the fuck I am, you little bitch.
WWE guy.
I'm staring at you in the face and telling you that you're missing what I'm saying. If you want to talk outside face to face, we are not the same. I'm a champion.
No,
you're beta as fuck. I'm an alpha. I'm a lion.
Message on Instagram.
I hope in every single stream for the rest of your life, your audience reminds you how much of a bitch you look like tonight.
I'm sure they will. Thank you.
You little bitch. Count how many times I called him a bitch, flipped him off, told him he's a little sucker in real life and he's a bitch who acts on the internet. Bro, your life is ruined after
Please, guys.
Bitch. Don't mess with somebody trying to spread positivity and love.
Nothing more lovely than telling someone you're an alpha and they're a beta and they're forever going to regret this day because they've ruined their lives for being a little bitch. Honestly, at this point, the more and more I talk about it and think about it, this has to be a prank. This has to be like the world's biggest prank in the history of pranks. There's no way that he doesn't realize what he is doing at this point. Because Fousey the Lion has to realize that screaming at someone and jumping in their face and threatening them, telling them to go outside, doesn't really make me believe that you're a peaceful guy. And if you really want to do this, doing it in front of thousands of viewers who are all watching multiple streams of that exact conversation at the same time probably isn't the best idea. Maybe do that in private when you're trying to promote positivity. Keep that in the closet. Don't just pull it out in front of everyone so everyone can see it and be like, whoa, this dude's lost his mind. If you're in a room with Adam22, Ice Poseidon, and Sam Pepper, and you come out looking the worst, that is an amazing feat. That's very hard to pull off. Yet the lion Fousey ended up pulling it off just fine. He did it with perfection. Like, if I had to grade the effort of his actions, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 every time. A performance that great really does deserve like a round of applause from everyone, because I don't think we'll see anything quite like it for quite some time unless Fousey himself decides to top it.
I know a lot of y'all hate me, fuck Fousey in the past. Man, just drop that shit. Meet me in person, look me in the eyes, then tell me you don't like me. I promise you, you won't do that.
Catch me outside.
How about that?
And yet again, when I thought that Fousey would just go away and just be quiet for a little while because of that whole screaming thing with Sam Pepper, he decided to say, no, I'm not doing that. I'll actually have another event next month. Even though the event I just planned 3 days ago is already still burning and you can still smell that smoke, I'm going to plan another one for next month. And this time, instead of Drake, it's going to be LeBron James, who is clearly far too busy to come to this event and has no place at it to begin with. He is going to be there, so buy your tickets now. And I'm sure that's going to go very well. There's no way that it's going to fail 2 times in a row, right? The first one was just practice. This is the real one. This is the one that's going to be big and change the world. As he said so many times, these events change the world as we know it. This is a big deal. You'll go down in history saying you remember the 15th of each month that Fousey hosted an event that failed. And I'm gonna be honest with you, no we're not. We're gonna only remember the bad parts because there are no good parts. And to be honest with you, the only thing I'm looking forward to for the next event is that Lit Poppy makes a return, because I just love me some Lit Poppy. And I like the comparisons of this to TanaCon, not solely because they both failed so miserably and they're both big YouTubers trying to do things way outside of their comfort zone, but because the ideas of them came together the exact same way. 2 people who both like to think with their hearts and not with their heads. 2 people who are surrounded by a bunch of yes men who tell them that anything is possible even though it's completely outside of your bracket and ability. With Tana, they told her a building that can only hold 1,000 people would perfectly hold 5,000, and she just ran with it. With Fousey, he believes that in a week he could plan a whole event and have someone like Drake agree to do it that same week, because Drake's not busy at all, by the way. He just dropped an album. He doesn't have anything to do. So it'll be no problem for him to show up at this rinky-dink ass event that you threw together at the last moment out of some type of weird ass idea that you had when you were in the shower or when you were high or something, because you think that you can change the world to drop of a dime. One of the things that really confirmed to me that that's the kind of person you are, that thinks with their heart and not their minds when you said this.
You set up a foundation, and if ever anybody needs money, let's say your mom falls ill, you're able to email an email. I'm thinking that big. And I'd be like, yo, I just made $100 million. Here's the money for your mom and her illness. You want to fund that movie, Kais? Here you go. You need help with your tuition in school? Here you go. But what if I make the world one celebrity and I use all that money to help the world? That's where I'm thinking. That's why I'm saying July 15th, the world changes. Forever.
So to recap that incoherent rambling, what he said was that he wants to make a foundation of some sort where he just puts $100 million up to the side for anyone who needs it, for anyone who's in need of money. And all you have to do, right, to get this money is just email them. Just, hey, I need money for my tuition. I need money for my movie that I'm trying to make, and I need money because I'm homeless or da. And then he would just send you that money out of that $100 million he has set aside to anybody, not specific people, to just anybody in need, because that is the way to change the world. Now that sounds beautiful. Sounds like an amazing Disney movie, right? But in reality, let's say you do get $100 million and you just give it to anybody who emails you. If I'm the first person, can I just say, hey, I want to make a movie and I need about $100 million to do it? Can I just get the whole thing? Is there a limit to how much love and positivity each person can get? Is there some type of testing or proof you have to give to show that you indeed do need this money? How about the homeless people? If all the homeless people in, let's just say California hit you up, how much money do each of them get? You'll be broke in an hour. At best, you won't make it any further than that before you lose all $100 million. And guess what you'll change? Not much. Have you ever seen a lottery winner get $100 million and blow through it like this because they shouldn't have had that money to begin with, and they don't know what it feels like to grind and earn that money, so they just blow through it without any value of a dollar? That's what would happen. All those people would ask for money and then be broke in a month, and then you wouldn't have changed anything. But like I said, it sounds amazing, and the heart is in the right place because you do want to better the lives of certain people who need it. But mentally, that's just not how it would be done. And no, you wouldn't flip the world upside down with that idea. You will only flip your bank account upside down, and no, you would not get that money back. You can't just call up the bank and say, oh, it was just a prank, because they're gonna hang up in your face. If you really want to help, just donate to a charity or some shit. Don't really come up with these goofy schemes and ideas that just sound like movies and magic. Actually donate to a charity or do a fundraiser. There's so many ways you can actually help and give back without sounding like a whole lunatic online who seems to just be saying shit for attention and PR move, especially when you contradict that same message of positivity and caring every time we see you get in front of a camera.
Reason. Even when I hated you, I never spoke against you, because I said I want to speak to him in real life and have a face-to-face conversation. I rewatched videos going viral after the attention you're giving me now of you saying Fousey is the biggest piece of shit, egotistical asshole on this earth. That what you put into my head made me want to kill myself.
That was fouseyTUBE yelling at, yes, Keemstar of all people. And I know you're thinking like, damn, there's a lot of negativity around this whole thing. And yes, you are right. There is a lot of negativity around this entire thing. Even though Fousey says he hates negative energy, he is putting himself around negative energy. And that particular moment is when it clicked for me that yes, something is absolutely going on with him that is not healthy. I've heard people say he's actually bipolar and he could potentially be off of his meds and things like that, but Fousey continues to tell people that he's not going through any emotional episodes or anything like that, that he's absolutely fine. Which, I mean, if someone was going through an episode, they would possibly say some things like that, but again, I don't know. I'm not like a psychiatrist or a doctor, but if he is indeed going through an episode, all I can do is hope that the people around him try to pull him together and get everything right, because right now he's just looking bad in every moment. Not one single video or clip or stream or anything like that have I looked and said, man, that's a guy who has everything together right now. Not one single time have I looked and said, god damn, that dude is all about positivity. Not once have I looked at that guy and said, damn, he really hates hate, because he doesn't hate hate. He is hate. He hates people as far as I can tell. So I hope that he can get everything together, and I hope that I don't have to do another video soon. But I know I will have to do another video soon, and I will do another video soon, because I'm sure that LeBron won't be at this next event. And you all know why I know LeBron won't be at this event, because you don't know LeBron, just like you didn't know Drake, by the way. He came out in an article and said, I don't even know who that is, never heard of him, not sure why I'm involved. So that lets me know that from the get-go you were telling everyone lies. For what reason? Don't even know. My only guess would be for attention, and you got it. You're getting plenty of attention, but it's not good attention. And Fousey, you had a history of bad attention for quite some time, and you came back and just with a drop of a dime made everyone talk about you again. I don't know if you get off on people talking about you, but congratulations, you've done it. You're probably somewhere smiling it up right now. And with the lies and the disappointment that's come recently, I feel sorry for, of course, your fans. I always feel sorry for the people I give L's to's fans, because they don't deserve to have to deal with this, because some of them truly look up to you and see you as a role model. So now they'll see this and think it's something okay to do, because I'm sure you have a lot of kid fans with the whole prank thing. I'm sure your following isn't the oldest. So unfortunately for those people, they have to pretend they're okay with what you're doing. That's just sad. But as is the theme of this channel, with all of these actions you have going on, Fousey, I have no choice but to give you this L, and you really don't have a fighting ground whatsoever. Like, I can't imagine anybody even trying to argue with me in the comments about this whole thing, because it's all pretty terrible, and I can't imagine it getting too much worse. The only thing worse would be me walking in on my nephew singing Lit Poppy, and at that point I think that would actually be the final straw. We might have to actually disown him, because we can't approve of such actions. But of course, if you agree with the fact that Fousey deserves this L, be sure to leave a like on the video, and of course leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about the whole thing, and if you're new, subscribe to join me and the famous few on our path to greatness. Until next time, I am the famous King Fame, and I am
Lit Poppy. Let's get into it, run that shit. Hey, lit like a big, all these bitches on my dick. Wanna fuck me and they dick, and you know with this shit. Say, no, about to hit, 'cause